Hey buddies, we're back. Alright. Mr. At Me, if you really are Mask to Mask, then you also wrote this calling card, correct? But if girls.
Is there a problem with that calling card?
Allow me to read a passage from the calling card that Mask to Mask had written. Take good care of the speckled urn. Now, the speckled here surely refers to this pink pattern on the sacred urn.
Yes, that's true. But so what?
Truth be told, there is no way that Mask to Mask could have known about this pattern.
What do you mean?
This pink spotted pattern on the urn is actually nothing more than paint stains. Oh, Phoenix, you know what you need to do as a lawyer first? You gotta get the fucking client to say it themselves many times.
Yeah.
You never reveal where you're going until you've gotten them to paint themselves into a corner. And he hasn't done that yet. Anyways.
Paint stains?
And these stains did not appear. Because if I was until after the urn had been taken to the lordly tailor! Because if I was a real lawyer, I would have gotten him to repeat many times. I'd be like, so what'd you think when you first saw the urn? And get him to say stuff like, oh yeah, I saw those stains and thought it was valuable and shit like that.
He'll be a great lawyer.
Yeah, but you gotta do that. It's true. You have to get them to like seem such lying, like they're lying so badly. All right.
I'm not finding this joke to be very funny, Mr. Wright.
The day of the sacred urn is taken to the warehouse. And also, when you do that, you act kind of chummy with the witness. You'd be like, "Oh yeah, so we have it's a lot of fun being a thief, right? I think I'd like to be one someday." And be like, "Oh, you would love it. I went and I see urns with speckled paint on them." "Oh yeah, so when you first see an urn with speckled paint, I would want to steal it, would you?" And he's like, "Oh, I definitely wanted to. The speckled paint made it very stealable." You just chum up with them, and then you turn it around. That's what fucking Matlock used to do.
Whoa.
Wow. Oh, I'm gonna chalk that up to a mistake.
Yeah.
That was somebody's cat.
Yeah, probably a key.
Or they just passed out. Anyways, that's how you lawyer. I learned it from Perry Mason. And Tom Cruise. All right. The urn was broken due to a human error. Or should I say, an error-prone human.
Aww. It's not very nice.
And that's when the pink paint got on the urn.
Oh, you can't be serious.
And yet this calling card clearly mentions the paint pattern. Which means Detective Adme had seen this long before the crime ever took place. In fact, he saw it when this fake photo was taken. And because this photo is fake, your alibi for the night of the murders no longer holds water.
Oh, my medication.
All right.
Witness, do you have anything to say for yourself?
Yeah. All right, that did it. He's broken.
Nick, I think they're still a little early for a victory pose.
Huh? That's his victory pose.
It's so sad. No one has any conviction these days.
Conviction, you say?
Yesterday, we all decided unanimously that this man was Mask to Mask. And now we're calling him a murderer. Everyone knows that Mask to Mask doesn't murder anybody. You don't think we're being a tad fickle?
That's a good point. I don't want to be fickle.
No way! Don't fall for it too, Your Honor!
One thing's for sure, fickle people have ugly beards. You don't want to be fickle, do you, Your Honor? You say that Luke at me was the one who killed King Bullard. Then let me ask you this, why would he do that?
An excellent point. Yeah, we gotta get there. We need
Yeah.
motive, I guess. Motive, Mr. Wright? Prove it?
Matthew Mirror murderous motive manifest? Nini, he's getting his second wind of alliteration.
If he prepared an alibi and pinned his crime on Ron Delight, as you say, he must have had a very strong motive for the murder.
The only one that has any motive as we've seen is Ron Delight. Isn't it right, Detective?
Indeed, according to my own research, the boy's motive is clear.
Without a motive, it's nearly impossible to prove guilt in a murder case. Now then, maybe you can enlighten us as to the defendant's motives were.
Thank you, sir, old-timer. They're doing everything they can to make Ron look suspicious. Despite our lack of hard information, this may be our only chance.
Shit.
Motive for murder. Here we go. I, look at me, had no points of contact with the victim whatsoever. Ken Bullard decided to investigate Mask to Mask and simply mistook who he was. It was Mr. Bullard who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Ron Delight. How does he know about the blackmail letter? And it was again Mr. Bullard who had harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal. Mr. Bullard's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he is Mask to Mask. That is why Mr. Delight saw it fit to kill Ken Bullard. Truly a tragedy. Man.
So the victim, Kane Bullard, blackmailed the defendant?
I'm just trying to
Piece
think.
it all together.
Did feet
My
are cold.
feet are so cold.
Get a did Atme know about the blackmail letter before now? Unless he
had we talked about it in the previous trial?
I don't think we did. I don't think the blackmail was brought up, was it? Can you guys remind us? Was the blackmail ever brought up? I feel like the fact that they said earlier that he's been sitting in trial all day today was like a little thing to remember, that he can't know anything that's been going on here today, and to remember that. And I thought that
He told you about it in the first place. He was the one who suggested it to Phoenix and
okay, well that's still kind of well that still goes to my point, because I know that he knew about it, because our theory right now is he received the blackmail letter himself.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, can we prove that he shouldn't have known about the blackmail letter if he's not Mask to Mask, or that he didn't do this? If he didn't do any of this, should he have known publicly? Is there any way for him to have known about it?
I don't think so.
That's what I'm thinking. Is that that's where he made a mistake, is that he mentioned the blackmail letter like everybody knows about the blackmail letter, and that he shouldn't have.
Maybe.
At the end of yesterday's trial, did we bring it up? Fuck me, I can't remember. There's too many things. I just thought maybe I had a eureka moment. I'm sorry. Let's go.
Okay.
This blackmail letter is found in the defendant's apartment. The handwriting test confirms that Mr. Bullard was indeed the one who wrote the letter.
This might still speak to our theory that he recycled the letter.
Yeah.
What? Blackmail letter updated in the court record. I don't think that the letter, and that's something we brought up a long time ago too. The letter does not say anywhere in it Mask to Mask.
Yeah.
We don't know that it
Totally.
was addressed to Master Mask.
We just know that it was found in Ron's apartment. Mm-hmm. It doesn't say, like, addressed to, does it?
It just talks about that red ring
Red
that you
ring.
own, and I'm
Found
trying
in
to
Ron
figure out
Written by Ballard, which they just updated.
how Luke at me didn't think this would bite him in the ass. The fact that he clearly owns the red ring that it's talking about, the red diamond.
Yeah, if he had seen this letter.
When it says true identity revealed to the world, what's it talking about? If it was addressed to Luke at me from Cain Ballard. A guy that helps.
Well, he was getting. Luke at me was retrieving the stolen items and giving it back to.
People for rewards.
Yeah. So then he wouldn't be like the ace detective that everybody thought he was, which is very important to him, or was.
Holy shit. Because, oh my god, I just put it all together. Cain Ballard makes holes in security purposefully. Then tells Ron Delight to go steal it, telling him exactly where the holes in security will be. Ron Delight gives the thing. He
Puts
doesn't.
it in a security.
Yeah, he doesn't know
area
it's
or
coming
whatever.
from Cain Ballard. He just knows that he's supposed to drop it off somewhere.
Yeah.
Cain Ballard gets the drop off, takes it to Luke at me. Luke at me takes it back to the owners, gets a reward, and they split it.
And that's what those prices are,
Yeah.
even though they're low. That's why they're
That's
low.
the rewards that they receive for getting them back or something.
Maybe. That feels viable.
Then, at some point, Boulard and at me have like a falling out, some disagreement or something, maybe to do with that diamond. Maybe he kept it instead of. Maybe because since the person who was grateful for and gave him the diamond, it wasn't cash this time, so they couldn't split it, and he refused to maybe sell it or something and split it.
Maybe.
Maybe that's what caused them butting heads.
Yeah.
And then that would indicate
why
why
wasn't
he
it
specifically
written?
mentions the diamond, because he's so pissed off
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
that
yeah.
you didn't.
Yeah. That you received the other day instead.
Yeah, so he's like, give me the diamond or $50,000, either one, or I'm going to reveal the fact that you're crooked.
Yeah.
But how did Cain Ballard think that by revealing that Luke at me is crooked, that he wouldn't get revealed himself
Yeah, I don't
as
know.
being in a part of this scheme? That's another question.
Well, because he's a security
My
guy.
theory might.
So this... fuck no, I don't know.
I think this theory might not be. I think I'm only half right. I think I might have gotten some things wrong here, but I feel like that's the direction we're going. Still don't know how she enters into it. The only way I could see that Desi has any part of it is that she got the blackmail letter before Ron did, or saw it after Ron did, and put it all together herself and decided to like do something to help Ronnie.
Yeah.
I don't know, but let's just keep going.
Okay.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Begin your cross-examination.
Motive for murder. I, Luke at me, had no points of contact with the victim whatsoever. We really want to prove that wrong.
Yeah.
And who in the world is going to prove that? Sorry, I didn't expect that.
I will. After doing thorough background checks of Detective Atney and Cain Ballard, we were unable to find any links between them. It's all in the report.
It could have been done behind closed doors.
Perhaps they were connected through their work? They were both being involved in security and all? That was blunt.
In any case, the only one with motive was Mr. Delight. Cain Ballard decided to investigate Master Mask and simply mistake who he was.
How do you know that?
Because he wants...
How does he know that Cain Ballard decided to investigate Master Mask?
Because the blackmail went... He knows that the blackmail letter went to Ron Delight. Or he wants us to believe that the blackmail letter went to Ron Delight from Cain Ballard.
Okay.
And so he's trying to still maintain that he's Master Mask and that the letter went to the wrong person.
Okay.
Mistook? That's right, mistook. From the Old Norse mistaka, meaning
To take an arrow.
that wasn't what I meant.
Just who did the victim mistake Master Mask to be?
Why, that answer is obvious.
Ronderland.
Of course. Boy, I'd like to wipe that smug look off this guy's face. Press harder. Why would the victim mistake the defendant for Master Mask? Don't you already know that? Zvari, take a look at this newspaper. Shit.
Oh, that's the famous Tear of Amenon case. A magnificent jewel.
That photo shows a magnificent detective as well, does it not? Furthermore, it also shows an ugly guard, nameless the defendant.
The defendant?
The victim clearly misread this article in Svari. He got the wrong impression. The impression that the security guard was in fact Masque de Masque.
I see.
He's saying that Cain Boulard read the paper wrong
Whoa.
and thought that's by looking at that photo that the security guard is clearly Master Mask.
Yeah, it seemed like he read the article and looked at the picture and decided that one of them was Master Mask. And he decided that it was Ron Delight. I guess
That's not a reasonable deduction.
maybe he steals information, so maybe he's also stealing.
I'm gonna pick up a picture. I'm gonna pick up a paper. Be like, oh, murder in Surrey. It's that guy. It's that guy right there. And it's just they're just there's cops just investigating. And I'll be like, that one. Hilarious. All right.
That was an unusually reasonable deduction.
Not at all, Maya, but you're a scrambled-brained hippie. It was Mr. Ballard who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Ron Delight. You mean that this blackmail letter right here,
It says bring $50,000.
and the handwriting is, without a doubt, the victim's?
There is no mistake. I have an official report to prove it.
But I don't see the addressee on this letter anywhere.
Oh man, I thought. See, the one thing that we come to the
I
conclusion of
know.
ourselves, they fucking give to us. Is this saying that we only come up with the easy answers, or are we saying that they will only give us the logical solutions?
I don't know, man.
The only solutions that can be gotten to through logical thinking are given to you, is what I'm saying. All right, anyways. An addressee, and once again, as tradition holds, Phoenix doesn't know the one things that we do
Yeah,
know.
totally, right?
This letter was discovered in Ron Delight's apartment. And Mr. Delight did show up at the designated place and time. The fact that there is no addressee is irrelevant.
I wonder. You shouldn't have made a big sentence of speech about that, Godot. You got Phoenix thinking.
What's up, Nick?
I just had a thought.
Fuck me. I'm really scrambled brain today. I'm thinking it's because as the trial gets harder, I'm stuck in those thought cycles,
Yeah.
and voice acting is just on autopilot. I just had a thought. What if that blackmail letter wasn't meant for Mr. Delight? Oh my god, he just had that thought.
Whoa, do you have any evidence of that?
We came up with this like 2 shows ago or something
You're
like that.
really smart, though.
For some reason, I just can't shake the feeling.
I think it was this show.
No, it was last episode.
Okay.
We were looking at it and we were like, it doesn't. No, it was last episode.
Okay.
That there's something not quite right about this blackmail letter. Well, everyone, are you quite satisfied?
No.
Nope. And it was again Mr. Bullard who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal. Man, what I want to know is how Luke at me knew all this to create this crime. How did he know all about this, like, year ago incident with... Oh, unless
They are both involved in security. Oh, yeah.
Luke at me was the one who bought the secrets. What do you mean by that? Oh my, I was certain you were already aware. Zari!
KB Security has a lot of security info on all sorts of companies. And since I was a security team chief, I stole data from the company.
Nope.
Oh, thank you. Ken Bullard has yet to forgive Mr. Delight. Which is why he sent him that letter upon mistakenly believing he wasn't there. I was just trying to think, like, when this whole plot began between Atme and... Was Atme ever an ace detective before this moment? Did they concoct it from square one?
Maybe they
Like,
did.
you'll become an ace detective and we'll do this whole thing and we'll choose one of my employees and whichever one agrees to steal company secrets will be the one that we use to do this whole thing. Maybe like this, yeah. Ron might have just been a target from the
They
beginning.
started this from like a year and a half ago or 2 years.
Yeah. All right.
Here's a file that we discovered in Mr. Millard's office. Evidence that Mr. Millard was receiving money through blackmail.
I thought we'd be the ones to present that.
However, isn't that a bit odd? Why did the defendant pay Mr. Millard the money? Even though he wasn't actually masked.
On that point, there was an unfortunate bit of chance. My brain just keeps on thinking about all this. I'm trying to figure it out. Mr. Bullard's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he is masked a mask. Do we need a break? Actually, it is kind of... we'll keep going. Do you think that story's gonna hold up? That desertion is not merely my own, I'm afraid. What do you mean?
I have here a memo from Ron Delight's wife, Desiree Delight. Ronnie thinks he is masked masks. Don't you feel sorry for him? Please don't think too badly of him. Well, Mr. Trite.
Awesome.
Ugh. Was he trying to act like Miss Delight just now? All right, we're gonna take a break here. We'll be
Clear our
back
heads.
and continue. Yeah, we'll be back and continue to cross-examine or something. Stay tuned.